Back, you are still watching Morning Rush on this beautiful Thursday morning, and it is a beautiful day to have a fantastic day. Now, you know, I'm just surrounded right now by beauty and brains. Okay, when I say brains, I'm sitting with Shamiso Mutsahuni. Shamiso, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well today. She has just gone on a spelling bee contest, which was held in Abuja in Nigeria, and she brought back the bronze medal, putting Zimbabwe like on the map. I mean, flying our flag really high. So, Shamiso, congratulations first of all.
Thank you so much.
How was that experience for you in Abuja?
It was a very interesting experience for me. I loved it so much, like just meeting new people, interacting with a lot of different people from different countries. That was the main thing for me. The competition, however, it was quite the experience, actually. It was, something to behold. Yeah, it was.
Was it frightening? Was it, were you anxious or were you comfortable?
Because I wasn't really anxious. Yeah. I wasn't really anxious or nervous or anything at all. Actually, I was not nervous at all. Like, I had done it many times before, so I had already experienced like what it felt like to be competing against people in front of cameras, in front of parents, in front of everyone else. So, I'd already gone through that experience, so it wasn't really
that frightening.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, that's incredible. So, I mean, walk us through this process of, spelling. You start thinking, how do you prepare? Are you just always constantly spelling every word that you come across? Or how does your brain kind of get to just, concentrating on those big words? I mean, some of those words I've never heard of.
Right.
And you at least just know how do you prepare? Is there like a set template to say there's certain words for spelling bee contests, or how does it all work?
So usually there is a set template, usually, but that's for more national competitions. For that one, there was no set template.
Oh, wow.
We were just preparing widely from anything that we could find. So, but they did give you guidelines. They gave us a manual, a huge manual. It was about, I think like 200, 300 pages. It was a huge manual, like a fat book of like, some guidelines. So they gave us guidelines looking for African cities, countries, African words, greetings, names of the family in African languages.
Yeah.
So,
oh, wow. Well, with that, just hold that thought. We will be right back after these short messages. We are back, and we are still talking to Shamiso Mutsahunu, who won a bronze medal at the spelling bee, which was held in Abuja. Shamiso, you were telling me about a 300-page document that you're given on words. It's just words that you have to go through, and especially now you're in Nigeria. Did you have to spell Nigerian names?
No, actually.
No.
You know what's funny?
English.
No, some of them were English. Most of them were English. The other ones were just like African words from any country, any language. Okay. So what's funny is I actually got to spell the word Mugabe.
Oh,
they gave me that word. They gave me that word. So
that's
like,
a winner even for me. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll spell it.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. So, speaking about just being in front of people, you said you're very comfortable in that. Preparing yourself, when did you start doing this?
I started last year. So initially the competition was supposed to be held in December, but ended up being postponed because people struggled to look for visas. So we didn't really have that much time to prepare anyway, because the national competition was also in December. So it was right before the international one. So I got an extra 4 months to prepare. Obviously, I procrastinated a little bit. So most of the time I just felt like, no, 4 months, I have so much time. I have so much time. So, I can always then, towards the competition, I can start preparing. So towards the competition, I did start preparing. I started preparing around February, March. So, yeah.
So that was that. So basically with the spelling bees and stuff, it only started last year. You didn't start when you were younger, or?
What's funny is I actually started in 6th grade.
Oh.
But I only did it once, and then I stopped until Form 4. I started again in Form 4. So that's when I joined Zim Spelling Bee in Form 4.
What ignited that?
My English teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was always top student in English, and most of the time overall student. So I don't know how she found it, but she introduced me to it and gave me a nudge and said, you should try this. You should do this. So I just did it,
That's so important. You see how your teacher was there for you, and you obviously being in a space where now you're becoming influential to other young students and young people looking up to you. How have you kind of focused on that aspect of your life to kind of be a role model to other kids?
So for me, it has always kind of been like that, like being a leader and being influential to other people. I was a vice head girl at my high school. So it's always been that kind of thing for me where I was always helping other children, even for other children from my school to get into Zim Spelling Bee. You know, I sort of became a pioneer for that. So, yeah.
So it's something that is under your sleeve
already.
It is. And I was asking you earlier about A-levels and your age and stuff, and you completed your A-level studies when you were 16.
16, yeah.
That is well done for that.
Thank you.
What's next? Are you going to university? What's next, especially even pertaining to spelling? Are you going to continue doing more competitions, or what's your next move?
My next move, I want to go to university. I want to do medicine. So it actually, ironically, has nothing to do with what I want to do in life. But, you know...
What do you want to do in life?
I want to be a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That is incredible. But you need to be clever. I mean, look, it has everything to do, because when you spell something, you're exercising those brain muscles, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that does make sense.
Giving them a workout. It does make sense, yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you studied in high school? Your A-level subjects, to be a doctor?
Yes, I did biology.
What's your passion?
Maths.
Why cardiothoracic surgery?
So, it actually has a story behind it. In Form 3, I lost one of my friends. He had a heart disease. Oh. So yeah, I always wanted to be a doctor, but where I got the specific specialty that I wanted to follow, that's where I got it from. So I never knew until then. So yeah.
That's good. At least you're focused and you know exactly where you're going to
I know
in life. So cardiovascular, spelling, teaching, what's your vision for the next 5 or 6 years?
Definitely medicine, just that, yeah. For the next 5 years.
Definitely medicine.
Yeah, definitely.
That's very good, Shamiso. And do you have siblings?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how's the support structure been at home? With studying and stuff, you know, if you have siblings and, you know, your concentration levels and things, mom and dad asking you to do chores and stuff.
So much noise. But my sisters are all in university. So there isn't as much noise around. I just am at home with my little brother, so there isn't as much noise anymore.
So there's a lot more focus.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So maybe just before we close the show, what are your parting words or that you would like to tell young kids who are looking up to you, or even older people who are looking to find out how they can get their children to be like how you are? You can actually look into that camera and speak to everyone.
All right. Hello, everyone. So what I would say to every child is that I feel that these competitions are very big opportunities. I feel that if you enter, you never know, you could find a scholarship to your dream university. You know, there are very big opportunities in doing these things. Like for me, I'm getting all these interviews, I'm getting all this attention, I'm getting all this, you know, I'm being noticed, I'm being recognized. So I think it's very important, and as well, just like being brainy and smart, you know, it also helps with that as well. So yeah, that's all I would say, honestly.
That's fantastic, Shami. So thank you for those words. It really does bring encouragement as well. And may you always be on the right side of, you know, being noticed in life. And I do know that you will do well in your endeavors. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Morning Rush. We've run out of time.
It's okay. Thank you.
But congratulations again
for
bringing back the bronze from Abuja.